Truth is, they're getting eaten alive because no one wants to eat that pizza either. Michigan-based company. I was never a fan of their pizza though. I got a whole lot of thoughts on this worker shortage right now. It's pretty mind blowing. I tried to get, Starbucks yesterday. Half the workers showed up. Huge line. I just said, screw it. I put an order in later for Panera bread, thinking I'll just get a coffee from Panera with my lunch. I put the order in 2 hours ahead of time because I was going to be recording. And I get there, I go to pick it up, and it's not ready yet. And I'm like, come on, it's 2 hours ago I put this order in and it's still not ready. 15 minutes go by, still not ready. And then finally I get an alert that it's ready. I'm like, all right. But then it's sitting up at the counter, and I did curbside, not curbside. I had to pick it up in the store, but they have the entranceway in the store blocked off. You can only take 2 steps in and grab it off a table. So my order's not on the table, but I can see it at the pickup window. I wait, I wait, I wait. My coffee's getting cold, my food's getting cold. No one's bringing my food out. So I'm like, F it. I'm gonna walk up there and go grab it. And then some lady's like, hey, I'll bring it out. She comes out. She's kind of like, I can tell she's overworked and stressed and beat up and kind of not nice, but I understand because it's crazy times. And she's like, look, we got 3 people running this whole store right now. She's like 55, 58 years old. There's 2 more people in the back. I want to say Panera stores do like $2.5 million a year in revenue. Coffee, bagels, bakery, sandwiches, soups, all this stuff, right? 3 goddamn people running that store. I can't believe they just didn't walk out and shut it down. And if you noticed, you're starting to see more places shut down. Like there's a Starbucks that will randomly shut down, a Chipotle grill that will just shut down. And I would thought it was maybe COVID outbreaks. Come to find out, these places just don't have staff, and they gotta close the door until they can get some people. That is how bad things are right now. And then I had another story from a friend right after Panera bread. They're like, yeah, my kid didn't get their lunch until after 1 o'clock today. And I'm like, gosh, doesn't school start like 7:45? How's the kids not eating at 1 o'clock? When I was in school, when I did go to school, lunch was like 11:30 ish. How do you not get lunch till 1 o'clock or after 1 o'clock? And they're like, not only is it after 1 o'clock, but the food was cold, and then the kids didn't want to eat it. And you want to know why? They had only 2 people show up that day to work in the kitchen, and that is to serve 600 kids a hot lunch. What the hell are we gonna do? We can't get people to work. Where are they all going? I guess that's where where did they go? They're not all working at Facebook writing code, right? They're not. Everyone's short on people. So where are these people? Unemployment's down to 4.8%. Go pull up unemployment charts and go back to the last time unemployment was at 4.8%. And then try to remember at that point in time. I'm guessing maybe 2017, 18, somewhere around there. Go back to that point in time if you remember this is what it was like when unemployment was that low. It wasn't as bad when unemployment was at 3.4%. So how do we have 4.8% unemployment, but everyone's hurting for workers to the point where they're shutting down their businesses? To where the point where there's 100+ cargo ships backed up in ports and we can't get them offloaded. You got to think about this. Where are people getting the money to live? If they're not working, they have to put food in their mouths. They got some kind of bills to pay. Maybe they're not paying their rent, but they got to pay their cell phone bill. They need food. They need clothes. Like, where is the money coming from? So they either have a pile of money stacked up from all the unemployment and stimulus, or they're figuring out some other way to get paid. This is crazy. The kids can't even get meals at school right now, man. Like, if Panera Bread's running on 3 people, what do you think the local mom and pop shop's dealing with right now? There was a joint by me that they've been around 40 years. They couldn't get no one to work. They just shut it down. But like, we're too old for this shit. Like, we're out. We're going to Naples, Florida, or some shit. Peace out. Just tired of it. We're 60 something years old. We're working 7 days a week, like 10 hours a day, because we can't get no one to show up. This is mind blowing right now. What are we doing about it? What the hell are we doing about it, man? I don't care who. Someone do something because this is gonna like the snowball rolls downhill, gets real big real fast, right? Food shortages, gas shortages, shortage of medical supplies. What if we have another, uptick in cases? What if a new variant comes around? What if a new disease comes around? What if we get some act of cyber terrorism? What if something else bad happens, a natural disaster? We have a hard enough time dealing with things when people are working and the world's not falling apart from a pandemic. What the hell are we going to do if something else bad happens right now? We won't be able to handle it. We can't even handle life now. So I think whatever, like Congress, this administration, the governors at each state, you got to do something to get people back to work right now. And I don't know what that is, but this issue is going to continue to compound. And if we let it keep going on, it's going to take years to get out of this mess. Inflation's hurting people. Lack of supplies is hurting people. At what point is I'm going to call up the pharmacy and they're not going to have my medication? Have we thought about this? Does anybody care? I did another episode where there's an EMS worker shortage. Wait till you get blown up in a car and there's no one to come save you. You're just going to bleed out in a car. How about that? If they do get you out of the car, you're going to get to the hospital and they're not going to have any nurses. Is this the world we want to live in right now? And I don't know what the complete answer is on why, but I have a feeling it's the most money we've ever printed and dumped into the system, and now we found out what happens when we just give people money. The world falls apart. This is what happens when the government just prints too much cash. I know it was a pandemic and we didn't know what was going on, but this is on two presidents' watches. You can't point the finger at one person. This is two presidents and Congress, governors. You have to look at our entire political system right now and say, what the hell is going on? I don't even know. Like from toy shortages to certain foods you can't get in the stores right now, and Panera Bread's got 3 workers, but we're at 4.8% unemployment. Okay, I am totally believing that one right now. It sucks right now if you're a small business owner. I know that much. What are you going to do? Wait until all small business is completely destroyed? What is everyone going to do in this country? Work for Amazon? Is that what we're trying to do? Just destroy all the small business so we have to go work for these large corporations? I don't know, man. I don't want to turn this into a rant. It's just I don't see the mainstream news talking about this a whole lot. I got to end up here on Yahoo Finance, right? Like the last place I want to get my news is probably Yahoo. But you're seeing more and more of this stuff, but there are people talking about it, but for as big of an issue as it is, why aren't we making a bigger issue out of it? We have major supply chain issues that is a threat to our country and our way of life, and I don't know why we're not doing more about it. If you got any thoughts, drop a comment below. I'd be curious to hear what you're thinking, or what shortages you're dealing with, or how it's impacting the economy. Drop a note below. Until then, though, I'll catch you on the next one.